The 6-meter band, always called the magic band. Why is that? Well, it's got magical moments, like right now in the summertime here in the Northern Hemisphere, as we're experiencing sporadic E skip. Well, we're going to try it out. I'm going to put my new radio, my Guohetec PMR-171 to the test. Let's get on 6 meters, see how this thing works. But first, we'll talk about what is sporadic E skip, for that matter, for VHF in general, as well as the 6-meter band. Stick around. Sporadic E propagation, which involves the E layer. What is it? We're going to talk about it. I want to lead up to it. My last video also involved the E layer of the ionosphere, and we talked about its effect on HF propagation. We're going to talk about the E layer now and its effect on maybe the high end of HF, but mostly VHF. So we're talking from 10 meters to 2 meters. This would include, the 10-meter band, 11-meter band, 6-meter band for us, and then FM broadcast you can experience there, as well as the 2-meter band. So what is this? Let me go back to yesterday's, or the last video I put out, where I talked about the Earth and what goes on, the charging of the ionosphere. I did get some comments from the Comet Commandos that were, telling me, I was talking about the Earth and the tilting of the Earth being positioned towards the sun. We'll use the Northern Hemisphere. I know there's some watchers down below, but the Northern Hemisphere in summer, how we were charging the ionosphere more during the summer. I said it was because, logically, when you tilt something in a direction, it's closer. Bad choice of words, because I was corrected that I was told that the Earth's rotation around the sun is elliptical, and we're farther away. Look, you guys got the point. I was trying to simplify it. When the Earth is tilted in that direction in the Northern Hemisphere, spinning and going around the sun, days are longer. There's a stronger charge from the sun into the ionosphere. Okay, I think everyone understood what I was getting at in that point. So that's kind of what's going on here as well, but not really. They're not really related. Other comments I got on that whole last video as well was someone said that the signals are being refracted, not reflected back. Nowhere in the video did I say it was being reflected. The AI bit that I quoted said that the E layer got reflective properties. So there was another, keyboard Karen had to let me know that it's not reflecting, it's refracting. Oh, I didn't use that. So going on beyond that, I think I had another person, because I backed up my theory with something I found on AI that said he wasn't watching my videos no more because I use AI. Anyway, enough of that. See you guys later. Now let's get back to what's really going on here. Sporadic E skip. Sporadic E skip is really just a cloud in the E layer. What it is, it's charged. Now, there's still theory out there, and it's not proven what causes this. Wind shear, storms, the sun, at the peak of the season. But what's going on, and this kind of mostly happens during the summer doldrums, say between the end of May into the middle of August, is sporadic E clouds. They're called clouds. They're areas of the E layer of the ionosphere that are charged like a cloud. And signals skip off of them. So 6 meters, especially in the summertime, it's a wonderful time to experience this skip. Now, this skip distance is usually somewhere between 700 and 2,200 kilometers. So it can be multiple hops, but they don't last long. These clouds also move, and because of that, it could be minutes up to an hour and gone, that you're experiencing this phenomenon of sporadic E. Why is it called sporadic? That's because it's really unpredictable. There's still a lot of science out there that needs to be proven for what's going on. But these unpredictable clouds that move around, I know some people are going to go, we can predict them on beacons. Yeah, you can predict them after they form where they're moving. But these things can pop up at any time, mostly during the summertime. Well, I've got my radio out and there yesterday actually, and there was pretty heavy amount of sporadic E on the 6-meter band. I said, this is a great time to check out my new radio. I have the Guohetec PMR-171. So I want you to really see how this all went down and what it sounded like. I'm not trying to sell you on this radio. This radio gets a lot of negativity. I want to get, I'm not completely sold on it, but I want to use it and see what it's all about. So we're going to use it here. Going to show you my experience. This was yesterday of chasing sporadic E on the 6-meter band. Now, before I got going, what I did was I hooked it up because the book said, my manual said that this is a 10-watt radio on the 6-meter band. So I put it to the test to check it out. Okay, this is my easy way of checking output power using my ATU 100, which has the output right on it here. Let's give it a shot. This is Kilo 4 Oscar Golf Oscar. Checking the frequency. Kilo 4 Oscar Golf Oscar. Well, there you go. You can see I'm going to have about 12 watts to work with. Now I'm going to be using my Sigma Eurocom HF360, which is somewhat of a compromise of an antenna. I've got it right out my back window here on the fire escape, and it's been there. I've been using this thing now for about 5 years. I have made some 6-meter contacts on it, but here we go with just 12 watts, and that antenna, which is a vertical antenna, kind of defies, I guess some people say I should be on a horizontal antenna on 6 meters. Regardless, this setup, let's chase some sporadic E on the magic band, the 6-meter band.
Victor Echo 3, Quebec Alpha Mike. V3, Quebec Alpha Mike, calling CQ and listening.
Kilo 4 Oscar Golf Oscar.
Kilo 4 Alpha Oscar, I believe. This is Victor Echo 3, Quebec Alpha Mike. Thanks for the call. Name is Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo.
Hey, yeah, thanks. Wow, great opening into Ontario. The name here is Walt, Whiskey Alpha Lima Tango. I'm in Foxtrot Mike 16, which is southeastern Virginia on the Atlantic coast.
Okay, real good. I'm EM93, Echo November 93. Go ahead.
Hey, roger that, roger that. You got a great signal up here. Great opening, although it fades a little bit here or there. I'm just about 12 watts. 12 watts is what I'm putting out here.
200 watts here, so excellent. Well, thanks for the call and thank you. So it looks like the band is open a little bit here today. So 7-3 and have a good one. From VE3 Quebec Alpha Mike.
Hey, thank you so much. Have a great day, my friend. 73.
7-3. Sure is that. Anybody else? VE3 Quebec Alpha Mike.
No, you had it correct. You had it correct. Kilo 4 Oscar Golf Oscar.
Oh, okay, and what's the name?
The name is Walt, Whiskey Alpha Lima Tango.
Oh, okay, Walt. I didn't hear it correctly before. Well, very good morning to you. You're about 5 and 5, 5 and 4 with QSB. Here is University City, Missouri, which is the first suburb directly west of the city of St. Louis, and about 9 miles west of the Mississippi River. Nice to hear you on sideband here on 6 meters. That's great. Name is Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo, and the QTH is University City, Missouri. University City is the first suburb directly west of the city line of St. Louis, and about 9 miles west of the Mississippi River. Let's try Kilo Romeo 4 India Sierra KR4IF Fox Mike 16.
Kilo 4 Oscar Golf Oscar.
Hey Walt, I heard you talking to that other fella just a second ago. I was going to jump in there and have you move up 5 or so. Good afternoon, my name's Jeff. And I'm in Virginia Beach.
Hey, real quick question. I've got this little small radio, Guohetec PMR-171, kind of a new Chinese radio that I just got. How does the audio sound on this? How am I sounding?
Yeah, you sound good, man. Your audio is communication audio. It's not all pinched up and it's not all bassy. It's good communication audio. Fits perfect with that 12 watts you're running.
Well, there you go. There's some great videos out there that may go into a little bit more depth on Sporadic E. I will put a link to one I really like below. You can check that out. I'm just going to show you it in action and put this radio to work in action. I'm still, so far I'm loving this thing. I want to get out portable with it. I'm waiting for that blanketing to go away and for the HF bands to really get up and going better. And I'll be out on the beach with it. But right now, this is another, I think, a successful test of the Guohetec PMR-171. I'll link below some links to this radio as well. But don't run out and buy it because of me. I'm not trying to sell you on it. This was a radio I've been looking for and I wanted to try and see if it's a radio for me for a lot of different reasons, mostly because of everything in it. 20 watts on HF. As you can see, 6 meters. It's got 2 meter capabilities. I'm looking, we'll probably do a 2 meter antenna next. We'll try it on 2. I know there's a VHF context test next month for us here in the States. I'll try that out, but a lot of different things. So there you go. That's the radio itself. I hope this kind of got you excited. We still got a little bit more time. If you're watching this video as I post it, probably another week or two, you can get out and hopefully there'll be some openings here on the 6 meter band. Get out there and try it and have some fun. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. If you do like my videos and you're not a subscriber, do it now. Like and subscribe. Till next time, I'm Salty Walt, K4OGO. Stay salty, my friends.